Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Purpose Driven. It's James Vilakazi here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following us on Empowerment Podcast and for being part of our family. We are in the new month, the month of February, the month of love. I hope you guys experience a lot of love from your loved ones and from your families. Spread a lot of love in this month of love. I personally have been enjoying sharing with you guys about becoming an agent of change. And the more I've been thinking about this, the more I see how crucial it is that, each and every individual out there in their lives, they cultivate this desire or this ability, if I may put it like this, because becoming an agent of change, it's an ability that each and every person can actually be. Because, when you're an agent of change, you are someone who takes control of their life. You are someone who does not respond to the change that is happening around them, but you are taking an initiative to control and to respond to the change the way you want. And we've seen this thing that is a very huge need, especially after we saw how 2020 treated a lot of people. Everybody was just expecting 2020 to be a great year, and then we got the coronavirus, the pandemic struck, and then a lot of things changed. A lot of people were being victims of change. A lot of people lost jobs, and some lost family members. A lot of difficult changes and crises happened. But in the midst of all that, we have a few people who were actually doing good during this tough time. So those are people that I call agent of change. And once again, I want to say, please take care of yourself, stay safe. Make sure that you are sanitizing your hands regularly. You wear your mask when you go to a public area, and remember, keep social distancing. They say that in 2020 and 2021, I guess even now, to show that you love someone, you must give them space. So even in February, the month of love, you must give those people who love space. So continuing on our topic, last week I talked about the potential of becoming an agent of change, and I made this example that potential, it's like a seed. It's like a seed that has a fruit within it and a tree within it, but it needs the right kind of environment to be put in, and then it needs the right kind of nutrients for it to grow. It needs the proper environment and the right nutrients. Take it like this. You are a seed and you need the right kind of environment, which means the kind of people that are hanging around you, they have the ability to influence you, whether you become the person that you're supposed to become or not. The things they are saying to you, it's like nutrients that are coming to you. The things they are saying to you, the things even you yourself are indulging yourself in, books you're reading, TV programs you're watching, or whatever that is it that you are absorbing and putting in your soul as an information. It has this ability to either make you grow and make you become who you are supposed to be, or you will not. So I have a few stories that I want to share with you guys, which actually might motivate you to become agent of change, or understand why it's so important to become an agent of change. We are still continuing on that topic. I believe it's such a crucial thing because, especially in the time we are living in, we all need a positive change. We all need people that are going to be positive influence in our environment. So there's a story. It's just a short story. I'm just going to read it. A story that can help us to see why It's important that you take that step to become an agent of change. Remember, we've been saying just do it. So you take the step and you do it, no matter how small the change that you are making. Remember, it starts with that very small step. So let me read the story. I found the story online. It's really just a short story. So it goes like this. Every Sunday morning, I take a light jog around a park near my home. There's a lake located in one of the corner of the park. Each time I jog by this lake, I see the same elderly woman sitting at the water's edge with a small metal cage sitting beside her. This past Sunday, my curiosity got best of me, so I stopped jogging and walked over to her. As I got closer, I realized that the metal cage was in fact a small trap. There were 3 turtles, unharmed, slowly walking around the base of the trap. She had a 4th turtle in her lap that she was carefully scrubbing with a spongy brush. "Hello," I said. I see you here every Sunday. If you don't mind my noisiness, I'd like to know, what are you doing with these turtles?" She smiled and said, "I'm cleaning off their shells," she replied. Anything on a turtle's shell, like algae or scum, reduces the turtle's ability to absorb the heat and impedes its ability to swim. It can also corrode and weaken the shell over time. "Wow, that's really nice of you," I exclaimed. She went on and said, "I spend a couple of hours each Sunday morning, relaxing by this lake, helping these little guys out. It's my own strange way of making a difference." But most of the freshwater turtles live their whole lives with algae and scum hanging from their shells, I asked. "Yes, sadly they do," she replied. I scratched my head. "Well, don't you think your time could be better spent? I mean, your efforts are kind and all, but there are freshwater turtles living in the lakes all over the world, and 99% of these turtles don't have kind people like you to help them clean off their shells. So no offense, but how exactly are your localized efforts here truly making a difference?" The woman giggled out loud and then she looked at me, and then she looked down at the turtles in her lap, scrubbed off the last piece of algae from his shell, and said, "If this little guy could talk, he'll tell you I just made all the difference in the world." So here's the moral of the story. The moral of the story here is that, sometimes the change that you thinking about and that you want to make, you think that it doesn't really make much difference. Like, for example, the story I just read to you guys. This lady spends time every Sunday cleaning off algae on the sea turtles. And the question being is, what difference is it making for these local turtles, whereas there's like 99.9% of turtles out there that are not having someone like her cleaning off their shells. But it does make a difference because, just because you cannot get to the whole world, but with these ones that you can actually touch, you are making a difference. What's the moral of the story? Moral of the story is that you can bring change by starting small, by starting at the environment and at the place where you are. Remember the quote that I've been quoting. It says that change is possible wherever you are willing to learn and whenever you are willing to partner up and to bring positive change and bring positive culture and positive influence around you. So change starts small. Becoming an agent of change means you have to start changing yourself, and before you know it, you'll change someone next to you, and that person can also change another person. So change can start off small, but you just have to start throwing that stone on the water, and then before you know it, you'll create a ripple of positive change. So maybe the kind of change that you are looking for, you think or you have actually started, you are not seeing the results, or you are seeing more negative than positive. I'm saying today, keep on working on that positive change, keep on doing that positive change, and before you know it, your whole environment will have been influenced and your whole environment will have changed. So why not you just start now by sharing this podcast with someone that can be a positive change in someone's life. Maybe someone might want to hear something on one of our programs, so you can share our program and our podcast to someone. And also, if you want to get in touch with us, please feel free. We are available on Facebook. We are Empowerment Podcast on Facebook, and also on YouTube. We are Empowerment Podcast. On Instagram, we are Empower_podcast. And as well, we are available on TikTok. TikTok, just search us as Empowerment Podcast. And if you want to send any kind of message to us, or ask any kind of question, or even share your own stories about becoming an agent of change, which we appreciate very much, feel free to do so. Send us your voice notes to our WhatsApp number. The number is 065 615 6641. The WhatsApp number is 065 615 6641, and we just look to hear from stories, even from you, how you are becoming an agent of change, or what are you doing to become an agent of change in your life. Until next time, guys, I hope you guys stay blessed, and remember, stay safe.